Hello and welcome to Tarot with Tanya. This is 7 cards for 7 days, and we are looking at the week of Monday, October 6th to Sunday, October 12th. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back if you've been here before, and as I said, welcome if you're new for the first time. And as usual, I will talk a bit about the astrology for the week, and then the cards, and then we'll end with a Tree Keeper's Oracle card. And the deck I'm using this week is the Golden Tarot. So we begin our week with the moon in Aries. So we're starting out with that fiery note. There's a lot of beginning in the reading this week. It happens in the cards, in the astrology, and in the Oracle card. So I like that. You know, it doesn't have to coincide with what's on a calendar or whatever for us to experience renewal, rebirth. Of course, with that, you know, goes the death of the old, and that tends to make us nervous. So we'll talk about that as we go. But we start with that moon in Aries, the beginning of the zodiac, and the fiery infant loves to be first, loves to, you know, charge ahead, can be impulsive, can be very sweet too, charming in that innocent, let's give it a go way. Then we go into Taurus, an earth sign, sensual, likes gardening, likes long walks and good food. Definitely can help us feel more grounded. Then we move to the moon in Gemini, which is not grounding. It's airy, it's light, it's almost fizzy. Mercury, you know, rules Gemini and flits around with the winged shoes, if you know your Greek mythology. And you know, it's about siblings and twins and communication and the lower mind. And then finally we end our week with the moon in Cancer, and that is home oriented, food oriented, nurturing. You know, in Taurus it's about the sensuality, and Cancer it's about the nurturing, family, intuitive, because it's a water sign, could be psychic. All right, and you know, Cancer the crab has that protective shell. Otherwise, on Monday we also have Mercury entering Scorpio, so you know, there's another beginning energy. This is intense. It takes again that mind energy, that mental energy of Mercury, and puts it in a very deep, intuitive sign, Scorpio, one that really likes to get to the bottom of things, doesn't like surface information or conversation, but really wants to take that much deeper. So that aspect, or not aspect, but that time of Mercury being in Scorpio could help us intensify our thinking and be very persistent, because Scorpio can be very fixed and persistent. Then on Tuesday we have Mercury square Pluto. Now that's a tougher energy, because squares can be hard. The energies are not flowing toward each other, so it can deepen our thinking. Pluto rules Scorpio, so it has a real depth to it, and it's transformative. Really likes also to get to the bottom of things, but it also can be, you know, things like jealousy. And because it's Mercury, particularly around siblings, cousins, things like that, but it also can make us charismatic. So you can see there are pluses and minuses. Then on Wednesday the 8th, we have Venus sextiling Jupiter. This is a great day. This is a really good flowing energy. And sometimes we might feel that the day before, the day after. These aren't necessarily exactly on the day. Sometimes they're coming in late at night, so it almost seems like the next morning. So, you know, be open to the timing. But this one is so expansive and beneficial. full of love and generosity. It can be great for businesses dealing with luxury, acquiring expensive things. Venus likes that. Jupiter will help push that, put expansion there. And it can help us with planning our material futures in a long distance trip. And then lastly, for this week, on the 11th, that's Saturday, we have the opposition of Venus and Saturn. So, Venus is our social director, the one that likes pleasure and harmony, people getting along, doing fun things. But when Saturn gets involved, it can make Venus feel like, I can't get anything done, or you're no fun, or I'm, scrubbing the bathroom when I'd rather be out having a cocktail or going book shopping, or, something like that. So it's not really great date energy. You'd want to have that more toward the middle of the week. And maybe not that Saturday, because, it just can make us feel really serious, maybe a little bit too reserved, not like sharing a lot. So, focus on things around the house, getting repairs done, things that you can check off the list and feel good about it in that Saturn way. All right. So for the cards, as I mentioned, it's the Golden Tarot. And we have 4 majors. That's the big standout to me, besides that, kind of new energy of beginning. And we start off on Monday with the Lovers. And, if you're looking for a relationship, that's great energy. Or if you're looking to enhance your relationship somehow, also good energy for that. On a more collective level, it can be about deals, negotiations, how do we, partner on something. And then on a darker level, whether it's collective or personal, it can be about addictions, codependence, not seeing clearly about relying on another, and, what we might be bringing that could be out of harmony with the relationship. That's a 6, and 6s are, they tend to be pretty positive, happy numbers. Then here's that beginning energy. So as I said, the moon will be in Aries at the beginning of the week. I'm not sure, actually I can check that quick. When does that shift? Yep, that still holds. That makes a lot of sense. So you got the moon in Aries and this Ace of Cups. So Cups, watery obviously, intuitive, psychic, and emotional. And so this is self-love. It's like holding up the heart to source, whatever you call source, God, the divine spirit, whatever, and feeling at peace with that. So we have an angelic figure here, looking rather distant, I think, and I think that's because it's inward. The energy is inward and filling up the heart. And again, this could be some event in the world, or more on the personal level. So great day for self-love. Wednesday, we get the High Priestess. So this is our second of the 4 majors. This is a 2, so there's balance in that. 2s like to harmonize. They like for people to get along. But she can be very secret. She can wear a veil. Often you'll see a goddess and there'll be that veiling to show that the sight again is inward, and it's negotiation with the spirit realm. So her job is to bring down the unseen and make it seen in the word. And it can be the written word, she's holding the book, or it can be the spoken word, or some expression that helps us understand that connection and communication with the unseen worlds. So, on the collective level, it could be some deep information coming out, or something that we are intensely curious about and really would like to know. but still haven't found out. And it could be a similar thing on the personal level. It could be a secretive person around you with this kind of energy, or that high priestess, I'm going to go inward and quiet and connect with the divine energy in yourself. We're switching gears by Thursday, and now we're into the wands, the fire, and this is the Knight of Wands. So he's a double masculine, very rambunctious, very passionate, really ready to charge forward. Like the Knight of Cups is very romantic. He's more like playful and instinctual, and rushing forward in a more physical, hot way. It's wands. Than the like the Knight of Cups, for instance. So it could be a person, or it could be that kind of energy. And again, it could be somebody on the world stage, or somebody more in your own life, including your own energy expressing like that day. Switching gears again, this is there are only 2 minors this week, with the 4 majors and a people card. And here we get into this minor 5 of Swords. Swords, mental, they're thought forms. They're not necessarily reality. It's like if we keep nurturing them, keep working with them, they can become reality. But they really start off as these thought forms. And this card in the thought deck is called Defeat. So it's almost like, what happened here? You get the sense that somebody's leaving. Maybe they're kind of clearing up the mess. Our main figure in the front is the one who still has the swords, 2 of them pointing up, 2 on the ground, 1 used to ground. I think, the one used to ground, the other hand holding the dog. That is that attempt to come back down to earth, not just be in the head. I mean, it's a Hierophant card because it's a 5, so it's a human lesson. How do we get out of our heads? And a phrase going around now is like, don't give in to like a fascist tendency, for instance, in our world. Don't pre-give in. It's like, don't already defeat yourself. So I think there's some of that kind of energy in this card too. Just know it'll pass, and there are other ways to see it. For the weekend, the final 2 majors, and the first one on Saturday is Wheel of Fortune. So this is number 10, goes back to the ace. 10 is a 1 in numerology, a beginning. We have the baby, the infant in the mother's lap here. Then we have the old man. So the entire cycle of life, and that little wheel up there has these angelic forms around it, like they're protecting us, where we have spirit guides, angels, through our entire lives. It's just, do we listen or not? And so I think it's a change for the positive. So again, whether it's on the world stage or the more personal stage, what is ready to be let go, so that this new change that is better and more harmonic comes in. And then we go right from the 10 to the 11, and this is the Justice card. So the 11 is going to connect back to the 2. As I mentioned, High Priestess is concerned with balance as well. So our Justice here, it's Lady Justice. Interesting props, I don't know what we should say. We've got, the wings here, so that there's an angel energy. We also have an angel and a devil fighting over her sword. We have humans on the scale. I don't know how well you can see that, bringing it a little closer. And this hawk, and the hawk is perseverance and perceptive, a more elevated vision. We have to be able to see things, as I said before, to bring them to justice. So hopefully we find some justice, whether it's on the personal or the collective level on Saturday. Or we know that it needs to happen, and we can align with that kind of very important energy. It's karma. And it could be a reminder that we don't really have to take care of anybody else's karma. As a world, as different societies, we all have laws, and we have our ways of meting out justice. And And then I think with that, if we feel like that those systems are not working, someone's getting away with something, whatever, there's always poetic justice. There's always karma and the balancing in the universe. All right. So those are our 7 cards. And now we'll finish with our Tree Keeper's Oracle card. And this week we have the Keeper of self-love. And you know, how appropriate, right? It goes right back to that Ace of Cups. I think there's a kind of energy with that too in the Wheel of Fortune. The more we can love ourselves in a way, the more we can progress, growing our souls. So Keeper of self-love. Many of us forget to include ourselves in acts of loving kindness. Human beings are hardwired for both love and struggle. One of the best ways to practice resilience between the two is through self-compassion. This moment asks you to focus all the patience, support, and love you keep giving everyone else onto yourself. Put your arms around your inner self with all the gentleness you can muster. Consider this: you are the only you in the entire universe. You deserve to experience love from the inside out, independent of what the world offers or takes away. Nothing can change your inherent value. It's golden. Treasure it with kind thoughts. Well, that's our week, beloveds. Thank you so much again for being here. Please like, please share, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. And reach out if you think I can help you, have questions, comments, whatever. And I'll see you again in 7 days.